So sorry about all the noise. We've got the lawn crew working here. But what we're going to be doing with Mr. Bruno is just some leash pressure and directional changes to see if we're able to get him to kind of force focus during the walks, and excuse me, instead of just ignoring the leash pressure, right? He's very much so conditioned on just his regular collar to continue pulling towards whatever he's interested in. So we have him on the easy walk too to help provide directional pressures and just do those hard turns. Just gonna try to consistently walk forward. Boy, yes, good boy. You can give him some rewards and praise when he acknowledges the leash. Good boy. Turns, refocuses, slows down. We need to do this as much as possible so that way he gets the practice redirecting under the leash pressure, where like when he gets distracted and sees somebody, still being able to, good boy, still being able to redirect. Good boy. There you go. There you go. Good boy. There you go. Same here, right? So here you can kind of see how he's pulling through the leash pressure and just ignoring it. Good boy. Yes, this way. Right. Want to try to add as much pressure as necessary to make an impact. We just need him to kind of get over being able to ignore the leash pressure, because that's what causes him to continue pulling hard on it. Right? It'd be really good if we can get him to keep us in his peripheral vision, right? So that way he can just kind of walk with us as opposed to just walking by us like that. All right, so every time he kind of flows through, change direction. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Slowing down a little bit, checking in. Good. There you go. Good. It's not going to be immediate. You can accelerate the process by making it more uncomfortable or more painful or adding more pressure, right? But we're going to try to go up slowly so that we can get that point that we need just enough to get his attention in. Now, when he starts barking or pulling towards a person, he's gonna need a higher level of impact to pull him out of, because he's already got his mindset in that zone, right? So the big goal is to try to be as preemptive as possible, because it's always easier to redirect them in advance before they get too fixated and they start to, start to bark and overreact. And let him smell and explore a little bit here. So if he needs to use the bathroom. All right, now we're going to go ahead and continue on. Summer heat helps situations like this because he gets tired faster, but you also have to be aware of and be careful of overheating, right? Making sure he gets plenty of water breaks, gets to cool off, not overworking him. Even though he is a working breed and he is young, it doesn't mean that he can't get exhausted. And we want it to the point where, it's easier for us to handle him, but not to the point where he's walking nicely because he's exhausted, right? We want him doing it because he thinks he should be doing it. He's focused on doing it, and not just because he can barely move anymore. Good boy. Good job. Want to try to have, there you go. So if he's on the left, we want to try to pull and rotate to the right. So that's going to make a wider arc, right, an outside turn. So that way when I turn, he's going to be behind and he has to kind of catch up. Conversely, if you wanted to do an inside turn, keep him from passing you, you can kind of use your body to pivot around and cut him off too. Right now we'll be mostly focusing on outside turns because I really want him to kind of realize that he is gone too far ahead and he's not paying attention. Good boy. And that he has to catch up, right? He's doing a really good job here. Redirecting, good boy, and maintaining some focus. We'll add back in some treats this afternoon as we introduce the collar for some tone training too, in addition to it. Give us a couple more options for impact, right? As opposed to just pure physical force of the leash. Want to get him as used to as many things as possible so that way we have more options for his family and what's easier. Some pups just respond better to sounds and some respond better to like physical sensations. And all the while, as we get more disciplined, we'll add in more rewards again, because I want him to actually, like right now, I want him to respond off of the leash pressure, not just for a treat or for a ball or for anything else, right? We want to kind of really focus on him feeling the leash and, good boy, responding accordingly. We're still marking the behavior though, of course. And that's going to be really good practice as you transition into other things that do impact, right? So, or reward. Good boy. So you kind of see how we have the easy walk set up on him just to help with some directional pressure and leverage, so we're also not just pulling on his neck. He's too used to that sensation, so it doesn't bother him unless you're really like lifting him up by it. Going. Whereas this helps kind of turn and support some of his body as well. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Alright, so what we're looking for is for him to start to overreact or redirect, right? He's maintaining a fixation. Good boy. Good, how are y'all? Oh, you're so cute. What do you think, bud? What do you think? Oh. Oh. Oh, look at a little one. Come on, bud. You're gonna scare them. They don't want to play with you. He. So you're gonna let this car go and then we'll cross. Good boy. Come. We got a kid with the stroller there, so just to make sure that we have enough space and time to react, so that way he doesn't scare the little one. Still fixated on the pups there. Good boy. Good boy. So he's maintaining focus, but also making a big arc, right? So he's either unsure and he's not even looking where he's going, but at least he's not overreacting, right? So I'm letting him focus because he's not overreacting. He's getting used to it. He has a nice soft turn away there, right? Okay, now we're gonna add a little bit of additional pressure. Yes, good boy, good. Good, there you go. Just teaching him that pressure means to catch up, refocus, move along. And then as he overshoots, same thing. And again, same thing. Good boy, there it is. And that's what we're looking for, is for that refocus. Right? Especially when we're out here with all these distractions. It's really easy for him to kind of check out and kind of autopilot and start exploring on his own, which would be fine so long as he's paying attention to the leash pressure. If there's leash pressure, he needs to stop and refocus on us. The allergies are acting up again because of the grass cutting, I think. It's definitely been better. I don't know if it was because of the rain or just the season dying down, but it's starting to pick back up again. So if you seem a little woozy or out of it, it's because of the medication. And apologize for the sniffling too. Okay. So when we stop and he's smelling, trying to release any tension on the lead, and then when he's done and gets up, I start going again, so that way the leash pressure will naturally let him know to catch up. So here, right, he's just kind of fixated on the person running. Good boy. Yes, good. Redirect. Good. Right. Because he wasn't paying attention, he just carried his momentum on forward. And because I turned, as soon as he hit the end of the leash, it made more impact. When jerking on the leash or anything, I was just not allowing him to continue going the wrong direction. I had already turned and started going the other way. He just didn't notice. And that's what's going to happen, right? And you can tell a little bit afterwards, he would kind of slow down, which is good, but we would like him to eventually get to the point where he just slows down and keeps to the side. And that may require additional corrections too, either with the leash micromanagement, good boy, like that, good boy, or with the combination of those inputs as well as maybe some treats to the side. Boy. Some of it too is just doing things enough that this becomes the new norm, right? As soon as he kind of breaks in front, we turn, there's pressure. But as soon as he was walking nicely next to us, we're in his peripheral, there's no pressure. Stop and smell. Did really good this morning meeting another pup and their mom. Just didn't record it because I needed to redirect him a couple times with leash pressure as soon as he started to growl. But it didn't take too long, maybe about 10-15 minutes or so. So a big part of it is still giving him the time that he needs to get adjusted to new situations and get comfortable, so that way he doesn't feel the need to overreact or growl or bark for space or anything like that. We do want to correct him. We just want to give him an opportunity to do the right thing too. So it's going to be a very, very fine line between that during practice. Eventually we might try it out, the same setup that we had with Fiona, where, you know, he should have an idea of how to behave and not to bark and everything, in which case we just concentrate on helping him to maintain focus on us when he's having like those difficult moments. And then if he does bark, having just an anti-bark collar or something as a repercussion. That way we can have our hands free for treats and the positive reinforcement, and he can have that device that will automatically bark, or that will automatically trigger when he barks as his repercussion, right? He is just fixated on that stroller. There we go. All right, so once again, good boy. I'm gonna go ahead and start walking back. It's a little bit warm out today. Luckily, there's a breeze, but we're gonna be doing quite a few walks with him on and off. So I want to make sure that he doesn't overheat or get too exhausted. Good boy. Watch out for whatever food that is over there. And then if he's on the right side, make sure the leash is triggering to the left. So here, right, when he braces himself, because we're pulling and applying leash pressure, that's him being conditioned to fight that leash pressure. Good boy. Yeah, so once again, sees the baby and the mom. Good boy. Just getting used to it. Okay? If she starts pulling me towards it, we'll redirect. If not, we'll just keep on walking. I still want him to know that it's okay to walk on a loose leash. I don't necessarily need him to focus 110% of the time. It would be nice, certainly. It'd be good to have it more often than less. But so long as he's not pulling on the leash and so long as he redirects under leash pressure are the main things that I'm concerned of at the moment. Right? We're kind of working through all the stages with him. We're not trying to get ahead of ourselves or ahead of his training or conditioning, because all that's going to end up doing is just requiring more force and more corrections. Right? It'd be like if you were given a task or job that was more advanced than your skill set, and then just constantly getting yelled at for doing the wrong thing or for not doing things right. It's just not the most fair way of learning a process, whether it be a new career or whether it be how to walk nicely. This method does definitely take a lot more patience, takes a lot more practice and repetition, because we're trying to override a past bad behavior and condition in a new good behavior. Okay, so now that he's on the left, switch the leash to the right. This will also allow us to do a little bit of body blocking too if he starts to cross us in the front. Okay. Same thing here. He starts to cross on the back side, pulling him over. Resetting him. Boy. Watching out for all the poop on the ground. At least I guess they didn't go in the yard. Oh. Alright, so we got a gentleman with a son riding a bicycle. Here, trying to cross me over. He's using the leash to pull back to the left since he's going in front and to the right. Just going the opposite way. Using our body as well to block if we need to. The little one over there is fixated here. Try to keep him continuing on a nice, good, straight path. Good boy, there you go. A lot of it is just that guidance, but I didn't stop to try to get his attention and tell him what to do. I just showed him what to do by doing it, having him follow me, and not really giving him that option of failure by pausing and just kind of go, and he has very little to no choice but to follow or start to get that leash pressure again. So same thing here. Trying to keep everything nice and loose as much as possible, so as soon as he starts going too far in whatever direction, the leash will actually trigger itself. Same thing here. Helping him out a little bit, add a little bit more impact so it's more defined for him. Good boy. Alright, slowing him down again. Good. Now we're also starting to kind of get to that point where he's so tired, he's starting to kind of just naturally slow down. So you see here his interest in the birds causes him to pull a little bit more, just gets more excited again. Go too far. Good boy, there you go. And that's that autopiloting. So when we just continuously walk forward for too long, it just starts checking out, taking in the environment, and getting distracted by it, which is normal. So all we're doing is just reminding him that we're also a part of this walk too. He's distracted by the sound there. Bruno, come, sit. Good boy. So now that it's a little bit cooler out in the evening out, we're back out for another one of his sessions here. We'll probably do a couple rounds, giving him a break in between. But we'll wanted to record the first round just so that way you can see what he's like, kind of fresh for the day. And it's going to be the same procedure, but now we're also going to use the e-collar for a beep and maybe a vibrate to see how sensitive he is to these things, while we're still practicing redirecting on leash pressure and having him kind of get used to walking next to us, or at least on a loose leash as much as possible. Good boy, this way. Good boy. Hey. 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 Thank you. Just picking up random rocks. Hey. Hey. That's probably not good for your teeth, but good boy. There you go. Good job. Come on. Come on. There you go. All right. Good boy. Hi. How you doing? He's responding quite nicely to good boy nowadays, too. Good boy. Oh, what's that? Got, found some more trash on the floor. Good boy. He's pretty good about leaving it. I always have some treats on me in case he needs some extra incentive. But we want to try to get into the habit of not having to pull things out of his mouth, but having him actually drop it for a reward. Good boy. This way. Good job. Good focus. He heard me open the tree pouch. Good boy. Come. Good job. So right now I'm just still rotating around to help him with getting resituated in this area. Eventually, as he gets better and we'll do some more drills, we want him to just kind of set up himself. Good boy. We're just trying to ease him into as many things as possible. So here will be a good test, right? We got some people coming up. Want him to kind of stay focused walking next to me. If he starts to overreact or fixate, we'll be able to trigger him. Okay, we'll let him stare. Good boy. I'm just paying close attention to him. So right here. Good boy. Right, so as soon as he starts to growl, gonna press and hold onto the tone, as well as move him away, right? Get his attention back. Good boy. Sit. Good. Let him see. Good boy. And reward for remaining calm. Good boy. All right, come on, big guy. Good. Hi, how you doing? Good boy. Just letting him get used to people as they're going inside. As soon as they leave, he'll probably disengage. There you go. If not, I'll just start walking. Good boy. There you go. So that was better, right? So we had to correct him for the first time, and then afterwards, he was good with just watching. Good boy. Hi. Who's that? Look at that big guy. Oh my goodness. I know. Good boy. Hi. Good boy. Yes. Just gonna reward him for remaining calm and composed. Good boy. Let's go. Now we have also an extra incentive for him to pull. Luckily he's not though, but if he does start to apply too much pressure, we'll go ahead and beep and turn again, just like we did this earlier this morning. The walks are definitely improving. Like I said, a lot of it is just that consistency. Yeah, it's probably the hardest time really early in the morning when he's got the most energy and is the most excited. And then by the evening time, after all the drills and all the walking around, he's pretty spent. And it's a lot more like this. This will probably be the times when we do more social drills, when he's got a lot less energy. Okay. Good boy. Come. Yes, good boy. So you tell that the audio doesn't impact him too much, but it just helps add in something right now, especially for the parents or whoever's watching this. You would use the same timing and everything when it's for something that might need to make more impact, like the vibration or with the static, if it comes to it. The main thing is finding just something that he doesn't ignore and start conditioning it. So once again here, good boy. Good boy, almost. So whenever he gets stuck or starts pulling and needs an extra kind of incentive to continue on, we'll trigger it. But he's actually doing pretty good for the most part in this walk. This is why we train the leash pressure and the name and everything first. That way everything else on top of that is just extra. Good boy. Good boy. Try to get in a couple more rounds in before it starts to get too dark. Good boy. Good focus. Yeah. Go ahead and trigger a turn. Good boy. And we'll switch up the side too, so that way he gets some shade and hopefully some other distractions. Got a little family there, so that's good. Excuse me. Good boy, come on. Hi, how you doing? Come on, big guy. Who's that? Easy, easy. Now we're also going downhill too, so might get some more practice having to slow him down. He picks up momentum. Just smelling. He went to the bathroom a little while ago, so he should be fine. And he's definitely not much of a marker or anything either. He does like to smell and explore though. Boy. Huh? Go ahead and just get some practice in since there's nothing going on. I'm gonna first try to just beep and change direction, see if he follows with the sound, and then if not, we'll add in the leash pressure. We'll wait till this patch grass here, and we'll turn. Yes, good boy, this way. Good. He kind of hit the end of the leash pressure, but that's okay. So here, when he's pulling with the smell, we can either dip in forward or we can get going. Come on, Bruno. Good boy. Come. Good boy. There you go. So that time we use the vibration to kind of get his fixation broken from the grass. And once again. Good boy. Yes. Yeah. And again. There we go. Good. That time he did it without the leash pressure. And one more time. Good. Good boy. And we're back into the good heel. Good boy. Yes. Hold on, bud. There you go. You just started picking up momentum, so we did some more practice there. So you can tell right now the vibration helps a lot more than the sound. And that's going to be understandable for a lot of pups, just depending on how sound sensitive they are. It's usually easier to get their attention with some sort of light physical sensation. He doesn't have an association with it yet, so it's not anything negative or positive, right? It just kind of happens and he wonders what that is. But we take that opportunity to help break his fixation on whatever it is, and then we kind of regain his attention right afterwards. And then we can make it into a good positive thing. Good boy. Interested in the car and people there. He's doing a good job though. Not too many people out walking their pups right now, but probably in either the next one or the session after that. It's going to be a lot more people. I won't be recording, so it'll be good to have another free hand for treats. But it'll be still a good warm-up for them. The other sessions, when there'll be more people walking their pups at dinner time, will be a really good practice exercise for him in general. This one I would consider just definitely more of like just a warm-up. So we'll go ahead, as he's still kind of casually walking and it's nice and loose, we'll go ahead and hit the tone, see if he redirects. Yes. So he's distracted by the kids over there running and over there. So the tone's really not effective. Good boy. So the vibration works though. Right. And that's why we test these things, right? Because every pup is going to be different when it comes to different sensitivities. So we want to try to find something that works well for him, and then condition and practice that. Right? Not bad though. Like I said, we want to kind of take things slowly and one step at a time, as opposed to just kind of rushing things just for the sake of results. If something is too sensitive, right, and startles him, it could be bad too. There he goes. Hi, how you doing? Come on, big guy. Good boy. Easy. Good. This way. Good boy. Walking behavior is definitely starting to improve though, just with practice. Hey, how's it going? Good? Good boy, Bruno. Oh, good job. Up here? Good job.